As a heat wave hits the area of New York where we've been staying in our self-converted camper van, and Steve continues to fight a nasty cold, we decided to head north to try to escape the rather miserable conditions we've been experiencing. Join us today as we explore the City of Rochester and seek relief along the shore of Lake Ontario.
Take the next left onto Highland Drive.
Good morning, you guys. We had a little bit of a rocky night last night. We had some thunderstorms come through. Poor Steve's been hacking up a lung.
My worst night sleep ever in the van. Maybe ever. But man, I felt like I was coughing every 5 minutes.
I woke up this morning, there was evidence that he actually came up and sat in this seat during the middle of the night at some point. So that kind of stinks. And it's another hot day.
Turn left onto Gold Street.
It's another hot day, but we're exploring a new area. Last night, or yesterday, we came up to Rochester, New York. We went around the city, but today we're driving into the city. We've never been here before. I grew up not far from it, but was never here. I have discovered that there are some pretty cool looking waterfalls right in the middle of the city. So we're gonna go check them out this morning. We're trying to plan around the weather today. According to the forecast, it's supposed to rain later today, so we're trying to do some sightseeing this morning. And then when it's hotter later, possibly, and raining, be inside doing some work. That's the plan. Well, a bonus right off the bat, it's free parking here. I hear water, so that's a good sign. Whoa. Well, that's kind of impressive for a waterfall right in the middle of the city, isn't it?
Waterfall made of beer.
Beer, huh? That's a pretty cool waterfall. There's like some little caves or arches down there. This is pretty nice. It'd be really nice at sunset here. Look, there's a rainbow. I don't know what my fascination is with nature when it meets like urban, but I always think it's a really fascinating combination. So I really like seeing the waterfall and the river coming right down through the middle of the city. So that was fun.
So I feel like I have to explain my joke, and they say if you have to explain your joke, probably wasn't that funny to begin with, but Genesee, I think is how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
Ale and beer is right next door, excuse me.
Yeah, this whole area looks like.
To the waterfall. So that was why I said it was made of beer.
But bump. And now we're just gonna cross the Genesee River.
Continue straight to stay on St. Paul Street.
In a moment. So, Genesee Ale and Beer is probably named after the river that it's on. We're right along the Genesee River. We're going to cross over that now, and we're going to go check out some more falls. All right, we found a shady spot, at least for the front of the van. And for these falls, we have to do a little bit of a walk. So we think we need to go this way to see the falls. I guess we'll find out if we're right. We're so good at map reading sometimes and trail finding. So we spotted the first waterfall here, but all the greenery has grown up, so it's really hard to see. There's one more waterfall. It's a hot day, but we decided to walk a little bit further to see that one too. This is a perfect example that the overlooks are not overlooks anymore. That's too bad. So what should we be seeing right now? All that? So that's too bad. This all should be a view of the waterfalls, but we really can't see them. We can hear them, but we can't see them. Penny for your thoughts.
I'm wondering if this is still producing anything.
Wouldn't it have to be? For all this to still be here?
This doesn't seem active at all.
It's been a hot but nice walk.
First appearances, I would say that the town overall feels a little bit forgotten. It could be really nice. I think they could step it up a little bit and start bringing in tourism and stuff like that, but it has the feel that they're struggling to survive right now. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's because I'm sick. That's the impression, the first impression I've got.
What seems to happen with some of these towns is that they flourish with industry, but then industry changes, and some of the work that kept the area going moves out or just dies. So it's easy to see potential in places like this, and then to feel a little sad that it does seem to be dying a little bit. There are some areas we've been, though, where I think cities have done pretty well with revitalization. One of those is Richmond, Virginia. So hopefully this city can work at it a bit, make some improvements, and have a little more tourism again. Although we're making assumptions on just a couple places we stopped and some reviews we read about this location. It's intriguing for me to be in an area like this and to figure out or learn more about the history and what makes a place tick, what makes it what it is. We just went by a huge area that was labeled Kodak, Eastman, And as you know, there's not much photo printing anymore, so I don't know what they do now. It looks like maybe there's lots of other businesses in there, but it'd be interesting to know if Kodak is still actually functioning there. But there were tons of empty parking lots as we were driving that just looked like they're growing up with grass, and so it must have been a flourishing place with lots of employment, and now it's not that much, or not that way anymore. But we're definitely not trying to bash the area. We're just trying to understand it a little bit. We need to do some more exploring, maybe do a little research about the area. We've been by some really beautiful homes and buildings, and there's a lot of green space around here, so there are definitely some pluses.
I'm definitely bashing the area. I'm too sick to care. You got to step it up, Rochester. Your area is starting to have some weeds. Pull those weeds.
How do you really feel about that? We need to get Steve better. After doing a little research, we discovered Eastman Kodak filed for bankruptcy in 2012, after dropping from approximately 60,000 employees at its peak to 1,600 in just 2 decades. The top employers currently in the greater Rochester area are the University of Rochester, which is the top employer by far with over 30,000 employees, followed by Rochester Regional Health, Wegmans, a popular grocery store chain in the Northeast, Paychex, integrated management solutions for payroll, HR, retirement, and insurance, and the Rochester Institute of Technology.
Well, I think we found the nice area of town. This is where people pull the weeds.
We've decided we're going to play a little bit of hooky. We're not going to do any work right now. We're going to put off work, and we're going to the lake. Alright, so we're going to check out Ontario Beach Park. We found a spot with a tiny bit of shade on the front of the van, and a really happy bird nearby. Maybe the bird will keep Gregory entertained as she's in the van. Ready to go check out the lake?
Let's go see what we can see.
Hopefully we can find some nice places to hang out here. We are here.
I'm over here.
I think we made a good choice in general just coming up near the lake because every time we come just closer to it, you can feel just a cooler breeze, which I guess makes sense, but I don't notice that on our little finger lakes in New York, but here it's definitely a cool breeze coming off. What do you think?
I think we found ourselves a winner. A nice spot to just chill for the rest of the day.
Yeah. Time to get the umbrella out. You know, it's funny. We have never been on one of the Great Lakes, I don't think. And this is pretty much like being at the ocean, but no salt water.
We were on Lake Michigan.
Oh, that is true.
In Chicago.
Yeah, don't listen to me. But never swim. Well, no, swim. Don't listen to me at all. What I'm trying to say is this is a great alternative to hanging out at the ocean beach because there's sand, no salt, and the breezes are lovely. It's been a while since I had to dig out my swimsuits. Keep them in this nice little bag here. I'm a little excited about going swimming. And a lot of the stuff from my cupboard is now out on the bed because we have a little princess kitty who likes to be in my cabinet. She also has the upstairs cleared out for her if she wants to use that. She's got quite the life. And Steve is getting prettied up for his swim. We had some lunch, and now it's time to go relax. I think I would consider it a success. Except for the water. It's a little brown. But I think I'll probably still go in. Here goes Steve. Will he or won't he go in? He's thinking about it. Thinking about it. I'm placing my bets that this is the furthest he's going to go in. Is that as far as you're going in?
Yeah. I was going to try to get in the whole way, but there's a lot of algae out there.
That's
So,
gross.
Kudos to the people that are in, but not this guy.
I think today's been pretty perfect for us. We lounged out by the water. This guy tried to take a nap. He's in pretty rough shape, so it's pretty frustrating. I'm gonna have to keep monitoring him and see if we need to get to a doctor because he's got infection. He's been coughing stuff up, and he's got infection coming out of his eyes. That's not pleasant. Anyway, it's a really pretty evening now. We're just taking it easy, taking a leisurely stroll out to the pier. And this is where we're going to leave you today. Thanks, as always, for following along on our adventure. A special thanks to our patrons. We appreciate you guys so much and know we couldn't do it without you. Thanks to the rest of you who take time to leave comments and watch each week. We love you guys. Just a reminder, as always, leave us a comment so we know you're watching, hit that like button, and we'll see you on the road.